So we got to talk about liberals who whining crying about
Wokies.
Elon Musk.
Not all libs, but
Made
wokies.
history as the world's
They're up in
first
arms
trillionaire.
over the fact that
Crying about Elon Musk.
Elon Musk became the first trillionaire.
After crying about Elon Musk because he has
His net worth
made history as
is
the world's first
what?
trillionaire
1.4 trillion to be
SpaceX
precise.
IPO'd. Okay, a great company that is. So we got to talk about liberals who whine and crying about Elon Musk because he has made history as the world's first trillionaire.
Unprecedented.
After SpaceX IPO. Okay, a great
Initial
company,
public offering.
that has done a lot of great things for this country and a lot of great things for the world.
This means a private company sells stocks to the public for the first time. This is what initial public offering means.
Talk about this because the meltdown trillionaire after SpaceX IPO'd. Think crying about Elon Musk because he has made history as the world's first trillionaire after SpaceX IPO.
This makes him the richest person, not just the richest man on Earth, but the richest person, but also the richest person on Earth. This makes him the richest person on Earth. This makes Elon Musk the richest person on Earth. This makes Elon Musk the richest person on Earth, not just the richest man on Earth.
It's hard. Great things for the world through capitalism. Marxists hate him by default. Right?
Woke progressives, woke Democrats abominate this man for sure. Not all progressives, not all libs, not all Dems, but yes, the wokies of these subcategories of the Dem Party despise and revile Elon Musk. Con as in con man, sus as in morally sus, not
Marxists hate him by default, right?
Not sus as in gay.
I want to talk about this because the meltdowns are hilarious. That is a lot of great things for this country and a lot of great things for the world.
Certain things Elon Musk has done, certain things he did are great for sure. Don't get it twisted, but his road to the trillionaire status hasn't been it hasn't been morally flawless. It wasn't morally flawless, so we have to be fair. But yes, certain things he's done are worthy of praise, commendation, veneration, laudatory remarks, props, plaudits.
He's done a lot of great things for his country and a lot of great things for the world. And because he's done a lot of great things for the world through capitalism, Marxists hate him by default.
These these
so I want to talk about this
weirdo anti-capitalist people
that's a lot of great things for
who think capitalism is automatically terrible, evil, unlaudable.
Marxists hate him by default, right?
Because of the negative programming they were subjected to.
Are hilarious. But first, let's get into CNN's coverage of SpaceX and Elon becoming the world's first trillionaire.
SpaceX is one of Elon's many ventures.
The amount of money someone is about to be worth. So here's some context.
That has done a lot of great things for this country and a lot of great things for the world. And because he's done a lot of great things for the world through capitalism, Marxists hate him by default, right? They just hate him. So I want to talk about this because the meltdowns are hilarious. But first, let's get into CNN's coverage of SpaceX and Elon becoming the world's first trillionaire.
It's hard to imagine, Wolf, 1 trillion as a number, let alone the amount of money someone
He's richer than Bill Gates.
Has 12 zeros. It's $1
He's richer than
and if you spend $1 million every hour,
Carlos Slim. He's richer than what is the dude from the UK? Richard something. He's richer than him. He's richer than so many people. Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey. He's richer than all of these people.
And that means the vast majority of nations have an economy worth less than Elon Musk. Some of them include Taiwan, Ireland, Sweden, and Musk's native South Africa. Standpoint, only 20 countries have economies larger than 1.1
Elon Musk is richer than Mark Zuckerberg. Zucks. Mark Zuckerberg.
Taiwan, Ireland.
Still taking more than a century.
Dark Zuckerberg.
From an economic standpoint, only 20 countries have economies larger than $1.1 trillion. And that means
1 million.
First, let's get into CNN's coverage of SpaceX.
This is
Elon becoming the world's first.
This is an accomplishment for sure. This is an achievement, a big one, a huge one for sure, a huge milestone. To be candid.
It's 1 million.
But this doesn't mean he's infallible or he didn't exploit people on the way or treat people unfairly on the way or this doesn't mean any of these things. But yes, it is a huge achievement. Trillionaire status. You have to give credit where it is due.
$1 million every hour, every day.
He had the intelligence, or he.
From an economic standpoint, only 20
He knew
countries have economies.
Money someone is about to be worth. So here's some context. 1 trillion has 12 zeros. It's $1 million. And if you spent $1 million every hour, every day, it would still take you more than a century to spend it.
Crazy.
From an economic standpoint, only 20 countries have economies larger than $1.1 trillion. And that means the vast majority of nations have an economy worth less than Elon Musk. Some of them include Taiwan, Ireland, Sweden, and Musk's native South Africa. Musk could theoretically buy all of the property in Houston, both residential and commercial, and still have money left over. He could buy the $6.3 million new cars bought by Americans last year and still have money left over. And if sports is more of your thing, Elon Musk...
Yeah, his financial abundance is immense. It is crazy. It is heavy for sure. It is really heavy for sure. It is heavy for sure.
SpaceX began trading and immediately jumped by more than 20%. And that has made Musk a trillionaire. A trillionaire in human history. Just minutes ago, SpaceX began trading and immediately jumped by more than 20%. And that has made Musk a trillionaire. $1 trillion. That is a 1 with 12 zeros by more than 20%. And that has made first trillionaire in human history. Just minutes ago, SpaceX began trading and immediately jumped by more. First trillionaire in human history. Just minutes ago, SpaceX began trading and immediately jumped by more than 20%. And that has made Musk a trillionaire. $1 trillion. That is a 1 with 12 zeros after it. If you spend $1 million a day, it will take you more than 2,700 years to spend it all.
Crazy.
Musk celebrated the first day of trading the company that makes up most of his wealth this morning. I too would be cheering. My next guest has been following Musk.
Yeah, I empathize with Elon and the people behind him who were very elated, very joyous, very happy, very.
It will take you more than 2,700 years to spend it all. Musk celebrated the first day of trading
Who had
the company that makes up most of his wealth.
high felicity.
The first day of trading the company that makes up.
It is a
most
big
of his wealth.
achievement. Indubitably.
I too would be cheering. My next guest has been following Musk.
Yeah. So you've seen that, you heard that. Now, I believe that financially literate, smart people watch this channel, right? So I shouldn't have to explain to you guys that Elon does not actually have $1 trillion, right?
In cash,
Okay,
no.
I should not have to explain
Yeah,
this.
logical people know it isn't in cash.
I think we all
It is his
understand
net
that
worth.
Elon,
It is his net
probably
worth.
cannot buy all the things that CNN claims that he can theoretically buy. Realistically, if he decided to do that all at one time, probably would not be able to do that. So this is his net worth on paper, right?
Yep.
On paper, okay? Which does not mean that he actually has $1 trillion, right? That's not what it means. But leftists don't understand this because they are financially illiterate, and this is why they are currently losing their minds over Elon becoming the world's first trillionaire, the richest man in a long time. Take a look.
It's official. With the SpaceX IPO, the world has now minted its first trillionaire in Elon Musk. This is an absolute failure of every social system that underpins our world. Trillionaires, while in the United States alone, 700,000 people are homeless, where the number one cause of bankruptcy is medical debt. And like this system,
It is terrible. Medical debt is terrible.
Because what Elon Musk was homeless.
There are scrofulous people in the medical industry. Yes, this is true, but not everybody in the medical industry is terrible or avaricious or greedy or evil. Can't lump everybody in the same bucket.
Minted its first trillionaire in Elon Musk. This is an absolute failure of every social system that underpins our world. Trillionaires, while in the United States alone, 700,000 people are homeless. Where the number
Homelessness
one
is
cause
bad.
of bankruptcy is medical debt.
But all trillionaires are not to blame, or not all trillionaires. Meant to say all wealthy people are not to blame for homelessness. So
he was able to buy political capital within the homeless, where the number
you can't
one cause of bankruptcy is medical debt. And like this
blanket
system
a
of
whole
capitalism
entire
is
class
so
of people.
insidious. Because what Elon
There are
Musk
good
was able
and
to do
bad
here
people of all
is
classes, all
because he already had enormous wealth, he was able to homeless,
all
the number
levels,
one cause
all
of
economic
bankruptcy
levels.
is
So
medical debt. And like
we
this
have to be
system
fair,
of
balanced,
capitalism
and
is so
impartial
insidious. Because
in
what
the
Elon
commentary.
Musk was able to do here, trillionaires, while in the United States alone, 700,000 people are homeless, where the number one cause of bankruptcy is medical debt. And like this system of capitalism is so insidious. Because
Capitalism
what Elon Musk
isn't,
was able to do
it's
here
not
is
automatically bad, bro.
because he already had enormous
If
wealth,
you do
he
things
was able to buy political
honestly,
capital
if
within the
you
Trump
gain
administration.
wealth
He
honestly, if you don't screw
basically
people over, if
financed
you
the
don't
last few
manipulate
months of
people
Trump's campaign by
or treat them
himself.
unfairly
Because he
en
could
route
afford
to
pour
wealth,
billions
then
upon billions
you
of
are not
dollars into a
a
political
disgraceful
campaign on
person.
a
But
whim
if you
because his
do
daughter turned
mislead people, deceive people, then yes,
system
you
of
are
capitalism
a
is so insidious.
terrible
Because
person.
what Elon Musk was able to do here
But
is
you're,
basically because he already had enormous wealth, he was
but
able to
you are
buy
not,
political
but
capital
a
within the
person
Trump
is not
administration. He
evil
basically financed
for
the last few months of
being
Trump's campaign
wealthy or
by
rich.
himself. Because he can afford to pour billions upon billions of dollars into
Your
a political
economic
campaign
level,
on a whim
your
because his daughter turned out
your
to be
class
trans.
doesn't
He bought
determine
himself
your
a government
behavior, your
agency
character,
and engineered the
your
collapse of
morality,
several
or
local
rectitude.
safety nets.
Your class doesn't determine this.
Homeless,
Your
where the
acts
number
do.
one cause
Your
of
behavior
bankruptcy is
does.
medical debt. And like this system of capitalism is so insidious because what Elon Musk was able to do here is basically because he already had enormous wealth, he was able to buy political capital within the Trump administration. He basically financed the last few months of Trump's campaign by himself. Because he can afford to pour billions upon billions of dollars into a political campaign on a whim because his daughter turned out to be trans. He bought himself a government agency and engineered the collapse
She's referring
of
to
several
Doge.
social safety nets, as well as many things that are within his direct industries and clear conflict of interest. Everyone knows that SpaceX is overvalued and underperforming, and yet no one in positions of power says anything because they're all interested in looting this sinking ship before they finally have to get off. I bet they're laughing their asses off watching the proletariat burn each other's houses down over race riots, not realizing that the true enemy are these people, the ones who have so much money and resources.
Not all
and
wealthy
material
people
wealth
are.
and hoard it all.
Elon Musk is now
The
a
wealthy
trillionaire.
class is not the enemy. Yes, Caucasian is not the enemy. Black is not the enemy. Asian is not the enemy. Your enemy is not somebody of another race, religion, political party. It is I agree with that, but to say the whole wealthy class is the enemy is crazy when there are good people with wealth, with abundance. There are laudable people, there are people with good intentions who don't treat people unfairly, who have wealth. So we can't make monolithic remarks. Yeah, by saying the wealthy people are the enemy, you are engaging in classism. Certain people don't believe they are being classist when they say the wealthy class is the enemy, but classism isn't limited to wealthy people dehumanizing the poor. If you dehumanize any economic level, any class of people, or if you dehumanize any group of people based on class, on how much money they make, you are a classist. It is what it is. If you think your class is superior, if you think another class is inferior, if you think another class is inferior, you are a classist. It is what it is. You have to, you can't evade the reality, bro. This is the incontrovertible reality. It is the incontrovertible reality. So people can get mad, livid. They can get up in arms, but the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth, regardless of how you feel. The truth is the truth, regardless of what your feelings are. Facts don't care. It is facts over feelings. This is the mantra to adhere to. Word.
Several social safety nets, as well as many things that are within his direct industries and clear conflict of interest. Everyone knows that SpaceX is overvalued and underperforming, and yet no one in positions of power says anything because they are all interested.
Certain people of wealth are the enemies for sure. Certain people, the people who are greedy, who are
watching the proletariat burn each other's houses,
who have avarice, who intends to cause pain to everybody else, yes, they are the enemy. Certain wealthy people, but not all wealthy people are the enemy.
This is things that people always say, oh, well, we need to, no, but like literally like having trillions of dollars or $8 trillion. But people are literally going hungry. Every single day. People can't eat. Stores are throwing out food because it's going bad, but they also don't want people who are homeless or people who are starving.
There are people who are in certain positions for different reasons. Everybody is not in a certain position for the same reason. So what she's saying, or what this person is saying, meant to say is,
just everywhere.
What this human is saying is wild.
Literally, it is actually so crazy that is what we can't afford it. People who are literally not living in a house when there are all these abandoned buildings and all of these vacant, empty buildings. Bad, but they also don't want people who are homeless.
You're saying they. This is a monolithic remark. You are lumping everybody who's wealthy in the same bucket.
When there are all these abandoned buildings and all of these vacant, empty buildings just everywhere throughout the country. Literally, it is actually so crazy that is what we're having right now. And then they're saying that he is the first trillionaire, which I'm kind of like, I don't really know about that. In my opinion, I feel like the first
his net worth is 1.4 trillion. This isn't the amount of cash he has. Physical cash. This is his net worth. Two different things.
My life, but that actually just is so insane to me. Like, especially during the times that we're currently in, it's like $1 trillion. And I know that it's because of how his companies are valued and all of those things. Like, I know it doesn't just mean he has $1 trillion in cash.
It doesn't mean he has cash. Not still, it doesn't mean he has $1 trillion in cash.
And people are starving. People are homeless. People can't afford medical care. People are struggling. we've already come to the realization that a livable wage actually really isn't being paid to most people, even though it's literally called a livable wage, so you should be able to live off of the wages you receive. Federal minimum wage hasn't raised in 20 years.
Get more from your phone without purchasing a new one with the SanDisk phone drive.
Want to add some pandemonium to your practice?
Maybe hello Panda.
If you are a veteran and you need care, call Synergy. They will work with you.
My husband Jordan was laid off after 13 years. He started spiraling. We kept a gun.
Muskrat is officially the world's first trillionaire.
Forgot to say this: if you hate a certain class of people because of the class they belong, if you hate somebody based on the economic level they belong to or the class they are of, you are a classist. If you prejudge based on the class a person belongs to, you are a classist. This is the truth.
Because they don't eat.
The indubitable truth. This is the indubitable truth. If you prejudge based on class, if you prejudge based on class, you are a classist. This is the indubitable truth.
And there's a man with people starving. Right now, we give him a front line. Muskrat is officially the world's first trillionaire. And to celebrate, I say we give him a front-of-the-line pass for the day we eat the fucking rich. There are people starving right now. Like as the words are leaving my mouth, somebody is going without food.
This is true.
Where they're from, doesn't matter their socioeconomic status. There are people who will die today because they don't eat, and there is a man with.
There's some validity to what he's saying, but not everything he's saying is the truth, though.
Doesn't matter where they're from, doesn't matter their socio. Right now,
hating all rich people, this solves nothing. This changes nothing. This is stupid. This is goofy all the way.
There are people who will die today because they don't eat, and there is a man with $1 trillion fucking dollars. We failed as a society.
Being a trillionaire doesn't make you automatically evil. Your behavior makes you evil. What you do makes you evil or good.
We failed as a society. It ain't everybody's fault. We are all just trying to survive inside the system that we did not help design or create. But we have failed every single person that came before us trying to prevent.
But Elon, he's not the most moral person. He's done foul things. He's done detestable things. Crazy stuff, bro. He's engaged in the exploitation of foreign workers in California. They were being paid half of the California minimum wage. They were getting paid $5, bro. They were getting paid $5. This is five is the sub minimum wage. Yeah, it is crazy. They work. These foreign workers, they work 12 or more hours, but they don't get they don't get the sufficient amount of money for the stuff they do. Yeah, it is crazy. It is abhorrent. Certain people have certain workers were ordered to work in the Gigafactory in Austin, Texas. There's a Gigafactory in Austin, Texas, a Tesla Gigafactory where people create electronic vehicles, different things. Yeah, certain workers there, they were ordered to work. They were ordered to work on the vehicles and do different things with no protective equipment or sufficient amounts of water, hydration. They had limited access to water and they had no protective equipment. So they had a higher risk of getting injured or worse. This is a violation of OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. This stuff is crazy. Those are certain things that Elon must take accountability for, but he has done. There are good things he's done too. He's helped certain people financially too. So there's good and bad, but to say he's infallible, to say he's super honorable, to say he's super laudable, to say he's moral, to say he hasn't done people dirty is. Certain people who say this are manipulative, other people are credulous.